Hello again, it's me, Matt, the Geek Daddy, back with another video tutorial for the Pendolino this time around, the class 390 as it is otherwise known. We're going to take a look at the introduction as we did with the 350. We're going to run that. I've already done it myself, but we're going to do it again for the purpose of the video, and then we'll run a quick-ish sort of service with the 390 from London Euston up to Milton Keynes, or maybe the other way, I don't know yet. We'll find a service. So without any further ado, let's get into it.
In this training module, you'll be taken through the operation of the Pendolino Class 390 electric multiple unit. To begin, insert and set the master key to on.
There we go.
Set the headlights to indicate that this train is operational.
When we find the right one, there we are.
After setting the reverser, you will hear an alarm. This is the tilt authorization and speed supervision alarm and will need to be acknowledged. Set the reverser to forward. This controls the direction of travel. The tilt alarm will sound for a second time. Acknowledge the alarm again. TAS uses communications between an onboard computer and trackside beacons to inform the train of the enhanced permissible speed, as well as disabling the system when not in speed supervised zones. When in speed supervised zones, the blue speed supervised light will illuminate and allow the train to drive at enhanced permissible speed. When outside of the speed supervised zones, the blue light will not be illuminated and you will be restricted to the maximum permissible speed. If you exceed the enhanced permissible speed by more than 3.5 miles per hour, the TAS warning light will illuminate and an alarm will sound indicating that you must reduce your speed. The light will extinguish and the alarm will stop when you are below the enhanced speed limit. At more than 6 miles per hour above the enhanced permissible speed, the TAS warning light will flash and a penalty brake application will be enforced. To stop the penalty brake application, you must reduce your speed and press the intervention reset button. Open the passenger doors to allow boarding.
There we are. So it talks us through what we have to do. In normal service mode, you probably won't have to fiddle too much with that, apart from acknowledging the TAS alarm. You won't really need to be fiddling too much with any of these. It's telling us to close the doors again. Remember that you can do that with the D-pad or your keyboard. I have already closed the door, thank you.
Move the power handle into the power range to get moving.
We are ready to move. Slowly moving now. Need to reach 75 miles an hour, so we'll give it a bit more power. We are once again within the training centre for this module, on the loop. It's saying reach 75 miles an hour. What 75 miles an hour is in kilometres, I'm not sure. I think we've reached it yet. 118
Now you've
kilometers.
built up some speed, you can return the power handle to the off position to begin coasting. The Class 390 was developed as part of a plan to overhaul services between London and Glasgow. Originally just an 8-car formation, demand meant that the Class 390s now appear in 9 and 11-car formations, capable of carrying more than 450 passengers. After 20 years and 300 million miles, Avanti's Class 390s have undergone a full refurbishment, preparing them for the future.
So we're just going to do a little circuit around this loop towards the station for this training module, and then we'll do a quick run on the West Coast main line. As you can see, we've already been talked through the setup and operation. We will go through it again when we get into the service itself.
You're approaching the station. Begin applying a small amount of braking force by moving the power handle into the braking range.
Slightly different to the Class 350, which had a percentage in regard to how much braking power you're using. You have notches, which is more familiar. Many people will be more familiar with different notches for power and braking. So I've just stuck it into notch 2 just to bring the train in. And we're a little bit slower than we would normally be. So we'll ease off, let the train roll, and we'll apply the braking again as we need to. It's not really what we should be doing, but you know, we have a little bit of leeway. Once again, the stop markers are present for training. We can turn those off once we get into service. We're just almost there. There we go. That's not too bad. Unlock the doors to let the virtual passengers on
That
or off.
concludes all of the basics of operating this train.
We are. That's the introduction. Nice and easy, quite straightforward. You do have to remember to do the TAS alarm when we go in. We're not going to do the scenario. We're going to jump into a service. There we go. Resume journey, resume last play. There's a lot going on in that menu. To the trains. Train depot, timetable. We'll jump up to there. I am going to select a Creators Club livery. We've got the Pride and we've got the Pendolino in Virgin livery. We're going to use the Virgin livery for this. It's one from Creators Club. I will put the link in the description for this video if you want to download it. We'll do that. It's a very good livery. We'll do the Operators ECS service. We'll do this 40-minute service. Now we could do the ECS service just to show you guys how to drive from the thing into London Euston, but I don't think that will really be long enough. We'll do a 40-minute service. We'll try and set the train up from cold as well if we are able to, because that would be the purpose of this video, is to be a tutorial. So it does say unlock doors. We're not going to do that first. What we're going to do, we're going to come over here to the back wall, and there is a switch, there's a fuse, which is our safety fuse, our AWS fuse. We've got that one, and then there is a switch here. We've got driver safety device, which is the pedal on the floor. Tilt enable, that one. There we are. AWS isolation, you want that normal. And then there should be a TPWS one somewhere. That was it. Regen brake. I think that was probably it. I think that's probably it. Brake test, train auxiliaries. Nose cone coupler. So these are your controls for coupling up and everything. You've got your auxiliaries, which is your lights and all the rest of it. So we'll set those to make sure that all the lights are on. And we'll sit back in the seat. We will put the master key in. Set that to forward. The AWS will sound. There's our pass light, which we need to acknowledge. We've kind of acknowledged that with the AWS anyway. So we accept that again. We press that one. Intervention reset task is now enabled. Our pantograph will check whether the pantograph is up. There should be a button for that around here somewhere. We need to make sure our lights are enabled to day running, like so. Windscreen wipers we don't need. Our pantograph is set to rear. So we are in the Virgin livery, which is downloaded from Creators Club. It looks stunning. It's really nice. Unlock the doors and we'll be ready to go.
If you require assistance at any time, feel free to contact a member of station staff or use a help point.
It's very well done, that livery. I was just trying to figure out how they've done the writing. It's very, very well done. Kudos to the creators of that. Lock the doors and we'll be ready to depart. We're stopping at Watford Junction only and then terminating at Milton Keynes on this service. So we'll manage our speed as we leave. Jump into the cab for this bit. I'm trying to get a good camera angle. It wasn't happening. we can now start to increase our speed as we make our way out of central London towards Watford. Continue to increase our speed as we pass through these built up areas. Leaving central London behind. We've got 12 miles to go. Coming up to Queen's Park on the Bakerloo line to the right of us. We're coming up to Wilton Junction again on the underground line. It's not really the underground, it's overground at that point, but class of the underground overground services do operate on that bit of line to the right of us. So we are starting to tilt as we go around these corners. We're under the speed supervision. As you can see there, the light is illuminated, which means we are able to go slightly faster than the permissible speed due to the tilting system that we have. We pass another Pendolino coming into London. We are an early morning service, so we are seeing sunrise ahead of us. The change in the sky and the lighting is quite glorious. Excellent work by Dovetail in making the game look as good as it can. Wembley there. I think I just saw it pop in, which is not the best. Hopefully it's something that can be fixed. A little bit of stuttering at this point, not sure why. Hopefully again that's something that could be resolved with an update. We are recording this prior to the full release. This is the second of two videos being released prior to the full release of Trains in World 5 today on Tuesday the 17th of September. You'll be able to download all your content from 4 o'clock today. if you're on console. I think it's the same for PC. No, it's not, because you've already got it. I just corrected myself. PC users already have all their content. Console users, you'll be able to download all of your content from previous games from 4 o'clock today. Got a nice fast run, 125 mile an hour, up to Watford. 7 miles or so to go. See, we're tilting it again. We're able to go quite quickly along here because of the tilting ability. We are still under the speed supervision. As soon as we start to not be under that and we're going too fast, it will sound an alarm to tell us that we need to slow down. I think we're alright at the moment. That does look good in the Virgin livery, doesn't it? Jump back in the cab because it's quieter, just slightly, not by a lot, just enough. Just adjusting my throttle, just to maintain the speed but not to go too far. So I've just reduced it down to notch 1 just to hold us at 125 as we are going up a slight gradient. So the greens all the way at the moment. We do have some yellows a little bit further on when we look at the track monitor in the top right. Will have to be aware of that double yellow and a red. They may change as we pass through, similar to the East Coast main line, where you get sort of greens, double yellows, and as you go through they change. See what happens. Yeah. So as you can see, they're just changing as we pass through. Around 2 miles left, so we are going to have to start thinking about reducing our speed down ready for Watford. We'll do that from around about 1.5 miles. So we'll start to so it's wanting us to start slowing down. Now the speed supervision has gone off, so we do need to reduce our speed. We're now under speed. It did reduce as we passed through that station. We can go up to 110, but I'm not going to do that because we do need to slow down. Got a mile, so we're going to apply maximum braking and then we'll reduce the braking amount as required. So we want to be down to around about 30 miles an hour as we hit that leading edge, remember? So, doing alright at the moment. I'll reduce it down to notch 2. Just a little bit. So if we leave it in notch 1 now, we should be okay for coming into Watford. We're at 30 miles an hour. Just ease off for a little bit. have got the slight gradient that is slowing us down as well. So we'll let the train just roll into Watford now. About 100 yards out, we'll start applying more braking force. We want to stop right by that sign just ahead of us, that one there, which I think we are going to do quite nicely. That is pretty much a perfect stop, just ahead of us there. I am satisfied with that. Train does look great. We'll take a little screenshot while we're here actually, because it is a nice looking train. The Virgin livery was never one I massively appreciated while it was around. Now it is gone, I've started to appreciate it a lot more. So we'll take a nice screenshot. Let's sort our depth of field out. We want our focal point to be the train. I'll just tweak it just a little bit. That seemed to work for me actually. We don't need motion blur on. We'll take a screenshot. Currently they're not saving to Dovetail Live. I've reported that this morning. So we'll do an Xbox screenshot instead, like so. And then we'll jump back in it. We've got a few minutes to wait, and then we'll be ready to depart. We've got about 4 minutes. Since we've got about 4 minutes, what I'm going to do is just quickly jump off. Open this door. It's going to open, thank you. We'll see if there's any route tasks that we need to grab while we're here. I don't imagine there'll be any up this end. We'll have a look. We've got about 2 minutes or so. 3 minutes. I do have my movement speed defaulted to run. We will grab a coffee. Those cakes look rather delicious. I'm not sure that there's any route tasks in here, but we'll have a look. This is Watford Station. Oh, there's a robot. There we are. We'll go down here. Oh, I didn't know this was here. Or did I? Maybe I did. There's a defibrillator there. I can never say it properly. So we're looking for route maps, robots, defibrillators, and I believe scarves as well, dovetail scarves. We need to fold. There's a fair bit of route task work to be done. Of course, you don't have to do it, it's entirely optional. I don't always tend to do it. If I've got... I'd like to give up... No, I don't want to give up service. I'll jump back to our service then. Otherwise it's asking us if we want to give up control. Go looking for... Oh, hello. So we found a rail fan who's taking pictures of our Virgin liveried 390 Pendolino. He's having a nice day out. We'll jump back in the cab. We've got about 30 seconds before departure, so we'll jump back in and make sure we're ready. Close that door. That would have been a bingo card if you'd if you're watching a stream. Actually afraid to shut that door, but since I've just said it. But we're not playing bingo, not on this video. 8:40. So we are ready. We will start to make ourselves ready. We'll have the hill start pressed. So if you hold the left trigger in on your controller, you can use the hill start feature, and it stops the train from rolling back as you apply power. I have put it into notch 3, but we're starting to build the speed. So sunlight playing nicely on the bridge there. Really looking really good. The lighting and everything. Really making the route look the best it can. We've got 30 miles to go now for Milton Keynes. So we start to build our speed back up for the long run. We are not under any supervised speed setting at the moment. I fully expect that to come into effect as we move further away from Watford into a supervised speed zone, and at that point you'll see the light illuminate down here. We'll do our usual, we'll sound the horn as we go through the tunnel. We are now, as you can see, the light has illuminated. We're now under the supervised speed, which allows us to go faster because we're tilting. We have that ability. So we'll keep increasing our speed up to the maximum 125 miles an hour. We'll do on some of our streams, we'll do a run from Milton Keynes back into London, as we have now done 2 videos, 2 runs from London Euston up to Milton Keynes, so it will be good to do a run the other way. We did have a green, a double yellow and a red. They've now just all gone green, so the line has cleared for us. Not sure what's happened there. AWS ping, but I'm not sure what for. Got speed restriction. Could just be that we were passing through the station and just wanted to warn us about. I'll double check with somebody who knows. Find out why that was. Nice straight run now, all the way up to Milton Keynes. I predominantly enjoy the commuter stuff, but every now and then it's nice to just sit back and relax with a high speed run, which is why Southeastern High Speed is one of my favourite lines, because it has a good mix, and as will this, once everything is released later today, on the 17th of September, for this line. It will be one of those lines that has a really good mix of the high-speed stuff with the Pendolino, the commuter stuff with the 350 and the 377, then you've got the overground stuff with the 710, you've got freight with the 66, and then you've got the London Underground sections that run overground with the 72 stock from Bakerloo. So you have quite a big range of things that you can do on this line. I'm looking forward to really getting to grips with it. Just under 20 miles away now, so we'll be there in no time at all. We're running an early morning service, of course, probably the first service of the day, I have to say, all the way up to Milton Keynes, where our service for us terminates, but in real life, of course, the train would continue on its run up to well, Glasgow, I'd imagine. Yes. Just realised we weren't going full speed, which is absolutely fine, of course. We can do that. Our maximum speed is 125, so we could speed up a little bit. We Do need to cover 17 miles in just over 10 minutes. Need to pick up the speed a little bit. I don't think it'll be a problem, I just don't want to be late. Maxing out our speed now, we've got 14 miles remaining. It's 5:59 in the morning. Need to be there at 6:09, 30 seconds. It's quite specific. Got about 8 minutes to do 11 miles, so we could possibly do it. We should be alright. Trying to creep over that speed limit just enough that we don't get, we aren't going to get penalised there. We don't get penalised, but we're able to pick up a couple of, you know, even a few seconds. It will help our schedule. I'd rather not arrive late. It wouldn't be the first time it happened if it didn't. Now I don't know if it's a consequence of the fact that we're going quite so fast, or that they're not on this route, but I don't think I've seen a single whistle ball. If anyone spots one, you need to let me know in the comments. What have we got? 7 miles and 6 minutes in which to do that. I think we'll be alright. now racing the clock. Sure to check the signals ahead and on speed. 4 miles out now. We are still under the speed supervised setting. We are able to pelt along here at a rate of knots. 2.5 miles out now. We will start to slow ourselves down. Getting an AWS warning now. Do need to juice our speed. We do have double yellows followed by a red if we come into Milton Keynes. So we will get AWS pings. Saying 75, that is more for freight than it is for us. That line to the right of us. Motors just starting to sort of wind down from their high-speed run to bring us into Milton Keynes nice and gently. Lead off the brakes now. Effectively 2 minutes early. We did make up the speed and the time quite nicely. We've arrived just a little bit ahead of schedule. No one's going to hold that against us. You need to make sure we don't spat at the end of this platform. to go quite far forward. Somewhere around here. There we go. That worked. Here we are. We have arrived at Milton Keynes. It's actually not bad at all. That's a good stop. Let our passengers disembark. Not sure what this guy's doing here. He's on that platform, but he looks like he wants to board our train. I don't know why. Lock the doors as we are ready to depart. Remembering of course that our service ends here, but the train carried on towards Glasgow. There we go. We did get marked down again for a little bit of speeding. We've got a gold. That's acceptable. And that is that. That is the Class 390. That's a little tutorial for you on how to run. We'll do that again. So there we are. That's a little tutorial on how to run the 390 and set it up ready for a run up to Milton Keynes for you. If you have any questions, anything you are having a problem with, and you need a little bit of help, just leave a comment, and I will answer them, and I will try and help you out. But that's it from me for today. Don't forget to check out the 350 tutorial as well, which I'll put a link to in somewhere on the video. There'll be a little black banner or something. Don't forget as well, we are also live every Wednesday from 7 o'clock UK time for Playing with Trains with the Geek Daddy, which is me. And yeah, we'll be taking more of a look at TSW5. There'll be more videos to come for it, more tutorials on various locomotives and units. And we'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care for now. Bye bye.